to them. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. With Greg and Joe.
Hello, welcome to episode 175 of the All-Seeing Guys podcast with Greg and Joe. I am Greg and I'm joined as always by, remember your name this time?
Obviously, I do. It's Joe Jackson. Therefore, obviously, Joe Jackson.
Obviously, Jovial Jackson. When we were waiting, when I was waiting for Joe, not that Joe was late, but while I was waiting for Joe to call me on Skype to the podcast, Indiana was here and she's like, I don't want to go to bed, I want to say hello to Joe. And, she literally waited like 5 minutes, but to her that's an eternity. And she's sitting there going, oh, come on, she kept calling you Jojo. Come on, Jojo.
Oh, I used to get called that at H&M. They used to call me Jojo.
Yeah. She was like, where's Joe? Come on. I was like, Jojo? You've never called him Jojo before.
I'm alright with that.
Where have you got that from?
I'm fine
I think
with
she
that.
just watched a show called Grandma and Jojo. Or
Oh, that'll be,
maybe
yeah.
that's where she got it from. But yeah, it was interesting that she called you that, and I haven't heard her call you that before. Or really any other human being.
I had my
Jojo.
I had my Indiana. I had created an Indiana song as well.
What's that?
Indiana, Indiana, Indiana.
There's no limit.
Yeah, it's technically copyrighted, but
Technicality out the window.
you know, some slight. I'm very good at stealing music and putting different lyrics to it. So
That's interesting to say that. I've been getting loads of like stuff pulled down recently. Like Instagram took down loads of my Dice Rider posts from like 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
'cause
saying that it's not my music.
yeah, because a lot of it isn't our music.
Yeah, well, no, but the last ones were. I'm like, well, that is
those
us.
ones. Yeah,
Like, that is
actually-
us.
That is absolutely us.
And then I got SoundCloud obviously took down the Amy Winehouse one, which, you know, to be fair, I know that
Had a good
They
run.
had a good run. That was like 7-8 years that was on. Maybe not that long, but like 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Surely that had been around. And we get quite a few pop up on YouTube that I forget about, and then it flags up one day, and I'm just like, fucking hell, it's going copyrighted left, right, and centre. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
And it's why I kind of, when we used to play music on the podcast a lot, like end of a local band, pretty much every episode we ended with music's all being flagged as copyrighted on YouTube. I'm just like,
Fucking
Jesus
hell,
Christ,
man.
that's fucking off. But I'm just like, fuck it. They haven't taken it down. It's all still there.
Oh.
I apologise if I sound a bit. I'm a bit under the weather at the moment. I don't think I've got COVID. I did test this morning. I was negative, but I have woken up very headachy,
This is
snotty
for my
nose,
people under the weather.
and just getting gradually colder throughout the day.
Yeah.
So I do feel you might hear me sniffing, or and I apologise for this horrible
We've both
noise.
been a little bit sniffly this weekend, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
I had a few sniffles and a little nose blowing, and
Yeah, I was fine yesterday, but I just woke up this morning and was just like, I feel a bit shit.
yeah.
Like, I feel a bit
sound
shit.
Like David Mitchell, you sound like that. Oh,
Yeah,
you know, I feel a bit shit.
I feel a bit shit. I'm going to go home and watch Overrated The Wire. I always remember him saying that in Peep Show. Go home and watch Overrated The Wire.
I always remember him when he's in the lift with a woman, and he's just like, that's it. Yeah, look over. That's right.
Yeah.
Ergonomic business keyboard. And he's just got like a fucking business keyboard under his arm, thinking that would impress the woman in the lift.
Glad I've got this with me.
Yeah.
God.
Putty in my hand.
Apart from feeling unwell, how you doing?
Yes, I'm good, mate. I'm good. I spent the week looking at properties in not like flats. I'm flat hunting again, Greg.
Yes.
And it's fucking awful.
I bet.
But it's a good old laugh, you know. The whole I'm looking to hopefully move back to Kingston again, a bit closer to work and things like that, and you know, to provide a nice safe space for the formation to hang out in. So Yeah, it's but no, it's. I mean, there's things around. I need to try and see if I can do some viewings and stuff. But
Yeah.
It's all moving very, very quickly, and also this time at the moment is an awful time to be looking for somewhere to live because everything's just going up in money. So
Yeah.
it's
I'm like I haven't had to go get petrol for a while.
yeah.
And today I was like, oh, I've hit half a tank. I'm not, soon. I'm almost at the point where I need to think about filling up at some point.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, God, everyone's just telling me how much money is. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
It's brutal, mate. Everything.
Yeah.
If it ain't petrol, I hear council taxes
Electricity.
going up,
Yeah.
electricity, water. Like it's just like being punched in the face several times.
yeah, all hope everyone's happy. We're getting what we wanted.
Are we?
Doesn't it feel good?
Are
Doesn't it
we?
feel
Are
good?
we? Are we getting what we wanted? Are we? I didn't ask for this.
Doesn't it feel good? Up the blues. Up the
blues.
England.
Don't bring Chelsea into it, mate. We can't have another Russian reference 3 episodes in a row.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but no. Apart from that, yeah, I'm hopefully going to be doing some viewings, but I kind of need to assess what happens in regards to the constant rise of money and my lack of.
I don't know if it's going to get any better, to be honest with you.
No, neither do I, Greg. It's
like I just wait till everything drops to like less than it was originally. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I wish that
fun.
would happen. Holy
Yeah.
fuck,
Oh,
that'd be
God.
fantastic. What a world.
I've seen some interesting places though. There's one literally like three like buildings down from Ed along
Yeah,
that same strip, and it's like it's a studio flat, and it's like it's got like this
in
really...
Tolworth or Surbiton.
No, in Surbiton where he lives currently.
Right, where he is now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got like a big old window, like literally right across from Waitrose, and then inside
wow.
there's bunk beds.
Oh shit.
And I was just like, if
Awesome.
I get in touch with these people, I'm gonna just flat out say I will give an extra £50 a month just to have the bunk beds.
Yeah, man.
Oh, like, do not care. I want to look like Tom Hanks in Big.
When I crash over the podcast, all right, night, Joe. Get into the bunk beds.
Yeah.
wait a half hour.
You're just
You awake?
Yeah.
What you thinking?
Do you ever think about how we're just living in a soulless void? Okay, good night.
Good night. You know what, Greg?
Or-
Maybe the sofa would be better for you.
Yeah. Or maybe I should have got a 1-bedroom flat.
Yeah.
It'll either be that or it'll just be like, Joe, what's that rustling sound?
Yeah. That's a weird rhythm.
Oh dear.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, it's that's been my sort of week. Just been that's
Yeah, nice.
How about yourself? How are you doing?
Yeah. All right, okay. I'm feeling a bit rough. Been all right. It's been yeah, it's good. It's been pretty exciting, like with work at the moment. Just like everything's kind of coming to good points now. Like
things are in motion. I understand.
yeah, we've received like loads. I've got a big box next to me that's got like samples of like all the sticker sheets. Basically, like without boring everyone too much. In the book I've made at
Greg,
work,
you got to stop saying that every time before
with
you're about to
Johnny.
give her,
It
like,
is
a
though.
Star Wars
People
update.
hate, especially at nursery. People like ask me people ask me what I do.
Can I just say that's Greg dropping his child off at nursery and not Greg going.
Yeah,
to
I'm not me
nursery.
attending nursery.
Like some Billy Madison fucking knockoff.
what I do, and I'm like, oh, it's really geeky. Basically, I explain to them.
Yeah.
And I literally see their faces just like
see them
drop,
just
not even
zone
drop
out.
slowly to the point where they're like, oh, okay, and that's it. There's never any follow up questions.
Nah.
Never, ever.
Nah.
So I was just like, okay. Like it's a hard one to explain. My dad, when he was trying to get a quote for the car insurance, us both on the same one, and they're like, "What's your son's position?" And he's like, telling them the entire story of the Kickstarter. I'm like, Dad, just say I do
Say author.
marketing, or it doesn't matter. Just say anything.
Just
Jesus,
say author.
like technically, I guess I do more market or photography market. I don't know. Dad, don't start. He does this, but basically, do you have independent Kickstarter published? No. Like,
Just say business owner.
anyway, in the book, we have a sections that cover like all the card backs, so the actual card the figure would be on when you buy it with a plastic bubble. And there's loads of combinations of stickers, which one has this picture on it, which one has that number on it. And there's loads of combinations, and we have them all in there, and we've worked out this matrix to like figure out which ones could exist. loads of them probably won't exist or haven't been discovered yet. And all those ones that haven't been discovered yet, or may exist but haven't been found yet, we basically, what we believe to be every single one that's yet to be discovered, we've made. All the different combinations, and we printed them really small on like 7 sheets long. It is per book. You'll get the 7 sheets come with the book with all the stickers, these card backs on there. So as they get discovered, years to come, you can just peel it off and stick it in your book. So the book is future proofed. Until the first one discovered doesn't match any of the ones we have straight away. It's just like, fuck. So those stickers have arrived. A bunch of posters have arrived that we're going to be giving out with the book as well.
Yeah.
I've got like these little free gifts we've made for people, like a card back that didn't exist. We've like made one that comes with it and stuff. There's just loads of stuff in there that looks. I'm like, holy shit! Not the book yet, but everything else. It looks awesome. The book's the proof is in the post to us, so hopefully see that soon. And we're doing our first convention in a couple of weeks.
That's
weeks.
Fucking awesome.
I'll be off to Birmingham with Johnny the night. To where they have the Comic-Con up there. It's for the Star Wars Echo Live, so we'll have a table. We're going to have the proof of the book. We're going to be selling something that no one knows exists yet, and which, we'll see how that goes. Because what do you mean? We've been making this? What about the book?
Yeah.
Reason being, we already started this and we literally finished this while the book's been with the printers, so we didn't take time off to do it. Well, actually, no. When we've been getting a few people to look through it and like test it for us, because it's not just a book just to you read and learn. It's a bit more interactive than that. And we've been getting people to kind of.
Oh my god! Is it a pop-up book?
No, we've been getting people to test it for us, and what's the point I was going to say? Getting them to test it for us. It's really kind of blown people's minds a bit. So we're going to put that out, bring that with us, and sell that. And we've been telling people we did it on our spare time. They're like, "You guys are fucking mental." So we literally have made this whole book on our spare time. So yeah, we're gonna have that, and it should be interesting. Loads of posters to sell. People will get a chance to come and talk / shout at us about the book.
Yep.
So it'll be really interesting to see how it goes down.
Nice.
Funnily enough, the convention we're going to, I don't want to say too much. I doubt because you don't know how deep people go on you, but it's kind of like but there's like a Facebook group for it that me and Johnny weren't very nice to us at the beginning.
Really?
I was like removed from it pretty quick, so it's their convention, so we have no idea how it's going to go down, but there's still loads of people we know going who really want to meet us, and that's going to be awesome. So
if you need backup, me and Ed are here. I know Ed's got a lot on his plate at the moment, but I'm pretty free.
I think we should be all right. We should be fine.
Even if you just need a non-representative of your team just to shout, retort.
Yeah.
Basically, if you get shit, I'm happy to give shit.
I don't think we will. I think more people will be really, unless we're going to have a copy of the book there. So that's really, and it'll, by that point, the wheels will be in motion for postage. So very exciting. Almost there. It's been a lot of work. But we've also kind of coincidentally been prepping book 2 as well, so that's already quite fun.
Yeah.
There's just a lot going on. So yeah, it's good though. It's really exciting. Really keen, cracking on. I'll give an update soon, but more than likely off to America soon for a little bit to do some work out there as well for the next book. And I won't be having fun and going to Disneyland and stuff. I will be working in like a lockup somewhere.
Don't defend it, mate. Just fucking don't justify your reasons for going on a holiday.
But yeah, so that's all good. That's all go. I won't go into spoilers or anything, but I did see the Batman as well this week.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I hadn't read any reviews or anything beforehand. I never do. I never do really. If it's a film I want to see as well, I'm definitely I don't read reviews till I've seen it at least.
I'll usually, like, my scenario of a film was usually I'll see sort of like one review in like a paper or something. For actually the one for Batman was actually pretty decent, and then I'll see the people pop up on Facebook where they're just like, oh, blah, blah.
Yeah, classic.
Like,
can't please everyone.
Oh
my god! I mean, don't get me started on how much I'm annoyed by Star Wars fans. Literally, that Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer dropped. And I'm like, oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And then today I see a petition floating around about fans already petitioning about the things they want changed in the show based on the 1 minute, 20-second trailer they've seen. I'm just like, for fuck's sake, man.
Jesus.
Like, come on. If you were told 20 years ago you'd be getting an Obi-Wan Kenobi show that was taken seriously, starring Ewan McGregor, you would just be like, you wouldn't. And I told you then, but you're going to start a petition because you won't be happy about the shape of a character's head in it, which is literally one of the reasons.
I'm so sorry Alec McGuinness is not fucking in it. Did I get that right?
Yes, he did.
Fucking yes!
But yeah, all that, anyway, that deep dive back into that. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed the Batman. I thought it was fucking dark.
Yeah.
A point so dark, I couldn't really see what's happening on the screen. Not too, but there literally were points where I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, what is that? What is that?
Oh, is that Batman? Oh, that's not his voice. Oh, we're with these guys. Like, only a couple of times. But I was also, but also the cinema left really bright, like side lights on. They were really like fucking bright.
You know that meme of like the black lady who's like leaning forward and squinting, and it's usually me trying to find my last fuck or something like that. It's just gonna be like, this is just gonna be Greg watching the Batman movie. Just,
but only a couple of times. I really enjoyed it. It's got a really cool. I like detective noir.
I like what they've done with the whole like Riddler sort of side of it.
Riddler's really dark in it. It is a long film though, but yeah, and he's pretty much Batman like 90% of the time. Like,
that's awesome.
Like it's fucking cool. He really pulls off Batman. I mean, Lewis I thought would be a tough sell in this film, who I saw it with, but even he was like, man, totally bought him as Batman. And I was like, yeah, right, like instantly, like really good. Really good film. We enjoyed it. Looking forward to seeing it again at some point. I'm looking forward to watching it on my TV with the reactive lights. So I hopefully won't.
Or the lack thereof.
I won't struggle to see things. You know?
The lack thereof. It's just when it's just a scene. It's just complete darkness on the wall.
Yeah. I tell you what, that the theme, bum 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 bum. That theme, like, is so. When it hits you so hard, then you know it's almost like he's coming. He's coming. The bat.
I think because I saw the trailer,
of TikTok videos from it as well. Now, yeah.
I saw because I did see the trailer and stuff, and I really got like a Seven sort of like feeling from it.
It's very much like Seven. It's getting compared to Seven a lot.
Yeah.
I heard a really good podcast to listen to that did a review on it. And they were like, well, Seven is essentially a Batman film. It's Morgan Freeman, who's Batman, Brad Pitt, who's Robin, teaming up to battle against the Joker, who's murdering all these people in horrific ways. Like, and he broke it all down. Then Kevin Smith's like, holy shit, you're right. It is a Batman film. But yeah, this film actually more reminded me of points of Blade Runner, not because it's futuristic, just like the pacing and the detectiveness of it. Like, I just want. I enjoyed it.
If only Morgan Freeman was in it, so he could just be like, there are 7 deadly villains. Joker.
There's
Riddler.
I don't know. Yeah, 7 deadly villains.
The Penguin.
I don't know if you've seen the trailer. Probably not. I randomly watched it. They've made an animated kids film about superheroes' pets.
Okay.
And Keanu Reeves voices Batman in it.
Okay.
And it's like in the trailer, he's like, his voice sounds great as Batman, and he's like, Batman always works alone, apart from with Robin, Alfred, Catwoman, Batwoman, and like whoever Morgan Freeman played.
Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, Commissioner Gordon, whoever Morgan Freeman played. He works with me too. I'm like, oh, that's good.
Lucius Fox. You don't remember Lucius Fox?
That's good. But yeah, I enjoyed the Batman.
Awesome.
Following last week's episode, everyone who messaged me shocked at the service and asking if I had my bed yet.
I had Wayne even drop a comment on my thing where he couldn't believe that you were just left on hold and then cut off. And I was just like, mate, tell me about it.
Yeah, it got crazy. It wasn't cut off. Somebody else came to the phone and was like, "Oh no, what are you doing here?"
Yeah, I just assumed it was like a cleaner or something.
So I'm trying to remember where we were at last time. So I didn't know something was going to be delivered. We didn't know what it was. We got told there was going to be 2 deliveries coming to the house. So it was left when we last went to the shop.
Right.
And they're like, oh, it's not discontinued, the mattress. We'll get it for you. Then they phoned back. So we were like, oh, so we left the shop without getting a mattress for Indiana because we were told she would sort it and it would be okay.
Yeah.
And then she rang us 2 days later and was like, oh, no, you need to come back.
Bear in mind as well.
We can't get you we can't get you the mattress.
Bear in mind as well, the last time we spoke about this on the podcast was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, we recorded the last one pretty late.
Okay.
Didn't we?
Well, yeah, no,
because
it's still been 2 weeks.
we recorded the podcast late because we couldn't record regular time because Indiana didn't have a bed.
Yeah.
So she had to sleep in our bed for 2 nights. So I couldn't put her into bed, then sitting here on podcast.
No.
So that's why we were delayed. So we obviously went to get her a new bed. They were like, oh no, we can't, the one the head office told you we can't get, we can get. Leave it with me. So we leave, and then they ring up. Oh no, we actually can't get it. You need to come back to pick a new one. And we're like,
that's your first mistake,
sake.
Greg. Your first mistake there is believing them.
I know. I'm just like, oh god. So we had to go back again today. But between that, we had a message saying we were receiving 2 deliveries, and they couldn't tell us what they were. We were told they think it was going to be the loan mattress arriving on the Tuesday, followed by our actual mattress on the Friday. And I'm like, well, Lizzie, should we just ask them not to send the flow mattress? Just what's the point? Like, just wait those.
What turned up was Hitler's gold and the ark from fucking Indiana Jones.
Here's a fridge.
Here's a tomb full of souls that are going to melt you.
So Lizzie was like, you know what, let's not cancel anything because I just don't want to fuck things up even more. I was like, fair enough.
Yeah, fair dude.
And then so the loan mattress shows up on Tuesday and they try to take it. They're like, before they wouldn't even bring it in. They're like, you need to give us a single mattress that we're picking up. And I'm like, what? Do you have a single mattress to give me? They're like, no, just a double. I'm like, well, then you can't have the single because that's Indiana's bed. Yeah. And they're like, no, it says here we're picking up a single mattress. And I'm like, but if I give that to you, my daughter doesn't have anywhere to sleep. You're not giving me a replacement. Yeah. They said they're trying to sort one out. They can't. We need to get back to the shop and choose a new one. So why are we going to give you this one? And he's like, look, I need to call my head office then because I can't just not take it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay.
Make that call. Make that call.
Yeah. And he's on speakerphone. Like, and they're like, and he's like, I can't take it. And he agreed. He's like, no, the kid hasn't. And he actually, I think, delivered our first ones. He's like, these guys are getting mucked around. Like, he was quite vocal with them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? If I'm the delivery person in the middle of that,
you're dealing with the shit, right? It's not their fault. And we know it's not their fault.
If he's like that delivery guy, fair dues. He's like, I mean, by the sounds of it, was completely understandable of your situation and was just like, what the fuck's going on? Because I'm in the middle here. Like,
yeah, exactly. But then I heard the woman on the phone be like, you know what? Fine, don't take the mattress, but you need to tell them they need to call customer service because I haven't got a clue what's going on anymore. I don't know what's happening. And then he's like, okay, well, the customer is here.
Yeah. He can very much hear everything that you are saying. She was like,
okay,
now.
well, just tell him to call customer service. Anyway, eventually he's like, look, okay, well, I'm taking off. They're collecting the mattress from the order. I'm like, great, bring in the loan mattress. They go. I'm like, right, I better check. Lizzie, I better just double check what this mattress is because it looks proper new. They told us they were just going to give us like a display one to use for a while. And I checked the code and the name against the paperwork, and I'm like, this is our fucking mattress. This is our mattress. This is
like the one you were supposed to receive.
This is the one we're supposed to get, but they're still delivering a loan one in 2 days' time. And I'm like, we don't need a loan one now because this one's here.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? So rather than call head office, I rang the shop. I spoke to the woman that served us, which was an ordeal because I didn't know what her name was, and trying to explain to this woman on the phone who I was looking for was a fucking nightmare. Anyway, eventually got through, and she was just like, right, okay, I'm going to phone them and tell them to cancel the second order. I'm like, thank fuck, because could you imagine? That's insane. They were literally if we had cancelled that order thinking it was a low mattress,
you would have gone from having no mattresses to the mattresses plus another one.
Exactly. It still says I can't take the drawers.
Ironically, you would have been the mattress king.
Yeah,
which I'm pretty sure is a brand that you probably should have gone with.
So we got our mattress finally came unexpectedly on Tuesday, which was awesome. It's very comfortable. I'm really happy to have a mattress. I've been sleeping very well in it. Indiana's still got her filthy, dirty mattress under a cover. We went to Benson's today for like the third or fourth time. And straight away it was just like, oh, we can show you this mattress. Oh yeah, we'll take that one. And then she's like, oh, actually no, that's not available. All right, well, we started what is available.
Yeah.
Then I was like, you know what, Lizzie, Indiana's getting a bit antsy. It's taking a while. I'm going to take across the road to B&Q. That'd be fun for her. There'd be lights and shit to look at. It's a lot bigger, more to look at. Because she's just sitting on the stairs in this shop.
Yeah.
So we go, this is fucking ridiculous. We walk across the road and we're going, and I walk into the car park bit to get to the entrance. And this guy's like, whoa, no, that car's only, mate. Use the front entrance. I was like, okay. So you walk around there, I'm like, where is this fucking entrance? Find it, get there, and it's just not opening. The automatic doors are not opening. I'm just standing there like a fucking pillock. Like, what? And the other side of this door, I can see everyone coming in through the car park entrance. And they're like looking at me like as I go upstairs to B&Q. And I'm like, what these? I'm even pressing like the wheelchair button to open the nothing. I'm like, fucking, I'm going back. And he's just like, I thought you were going to B&Q. I was like, I literally couldn't get in there.
Well, apparently, I don't have a soul, Lizzie, and therefore the doors wouldn't open for me. So
I physically could not get into the place.
Yeah.
So I gave up and came back. Now, when we got back, Lizzie was nowhere to be seen. And where is she? And we could hear her voice, and there's a whole section closed off, like behind all these big boards. And
is that where they keep the porno mattresses?
And and that's where she was. She was out. And I was like, what's going on? So I go, and he's like, oh, come in, Greg. So we go into this weird stockroom area, and then this woman just going through piles of like pillows and mattresses. And I'm like, they're just like, what about this pillow? We're trying to find pillows. And I'm like, why? She's like, well, because the mattress is like £22 cheaper. But apparently, like this, they cannot give refunds. Like they literally do not have the physical. They cannot physically give a refund in the store. So she's like, I can't refund you, but there's £22 left to spend. And the woman's like, how do you sleep? Do you sleep on your front, your back, your side? Lizzie's like, my front usually. Okay, here's a front pillow. How about you? How do you sleep? And I was like, front, back, and side sometimes. She's
on
like,
the sofa.
oh, I'll give you a front pillow too. And I think she just did us a deal and we got them for like the £22 for both of them.
All of this experience has just made me realise why places like Kingdom of Leather, Carpet World, Benson's Foot, they just closed down. I completely understand.
Yeah, it was a bit,
Fucking hell.
But yeah, it left with, we have ordered a mattress, let's fucking see what happens. In theory, we have a mattress, it's going to arrive 6th of April, and they're going to take the old one away. I have no idea if that's actually going to be... If that happens, that's almost the end of the ordeal.
If that, like, literally, from, like, point to point to point happens, like, they turn... Like, you order one, it turns up, they take the other away, they leave... Yeah. If that happens, I will genuinely be surprised.
Me too.
Fuck, man.
Me too. But yeah, so yeah, it's good to have a mattress again.
Of course. I can, completely understand.
Yeah, good. Sleeping well. So yeah, well, I would say it's worth the wait.
Even though you'll fall asleep on the fucking sofa tonight.
Yeah, well, yeah, I actually have been. The first night he came here, I actually came to bed before midnight. Oh yeah, check that out. Over the weekend, I have been waking up at like 1, 2, and then just going to bed. It's been good.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's been alright. So yeah, that was the little bed update for everyone. Thank you everyone who did message, and
hope
you've been shocked.
I hope you were all able to sleep silently now that knowing Greg has some sort of mattress available to him.
I think maybe following regular formation, we should move into Geezedropping.
I'd enjoy that. Very much so.
We snippets over a conversation heard by you, us, and we discuss them without context. Yeah. Geezedropping. What a word. Having a listen. Right, I have a couple here. My first one isn't actually technically a geeze drop.
Oh, that's good, because I also technically don't have one, a geeze drop.
It's something I saw that at the time I didn't really think much about, but then it was weird. So I was walking to the newsagent near my house, and there was an older man walking towards me, and he had like post in his hand, like letters. And he got to the letterbox, and he put on this like big thick glove. Like, quite a thick glove, like glove you'd wear to, like, I imagine, like, fucking carry wood or something. He put on this glove and then posted the letters with it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe he just didn't want to touch the post box because of COVID. But then I'm like, well, no, actually, he was leaning on the post box with his other hand.
Right.
Like, so he was touching it. And I was like, maybe he didn't want to touch the letters. And I was like, no, wait, he was carrying the letters in his hand. And then he put the glove on just to post them. And I'm like, what the fuck was the glove for then? Because he had touched everything without gloves. And I just couldn't stop thinking about it. And all I've come up with is maybe it's his posting glove? Like,
His posting glove.
I'm going to the post box, dear. Where's my posting glove? Where's my postage mitt?
Darling, I can't.
Have you touched my postage mitt again?
I can't find my postage glove. It's usually
Where's my
right here
postage? Where's my
next to my
posting
driving
glove?
gloves and my strangling gloves.
I need all my gloves. Right, where's my shit glove?
He's got a pair of gloves for every occasion possible.
Fetch me my wanking goggles and gloves.
Goggles. You know what my spurt is like.
I need my wanking goggles and gloves or I can't proceed.
I'm basically a moving target.
Oh, you want sex? Sorry, in that case,
no.
Where's my sex goggles?
Where's my sex gloves?
Yeah, where's my sex gloves?
He's also got... That's actually
just got a fleshlight glued to one.
That's a pair of gloves. It's a pair of gloves and then a third extra one, but for his cock.
Postage gloves. Yeah, so there we go. Little postage glove there. Not really a geese shop, but something quite absurd.
Yeah.
Sam sent me some. I think I've got a couple. Some from Sam at the beginning. Any from Sam at the end?
What?
Maybe. Anyway, these ones are from Sam. From Sam. Half term is over, and the ramblings of school kids has continued on the trains, I imagine.
Yes.
And he says, this is the first one. In fact, there's a whole little bit here. Ha! Jacob is upstairs. He didn't realise I was on the bus. That's one of the funniest things to happen to me this year. Do you like Jacob? Yeah, but I'm not going to fuck him.
I'm assuming that was all boys talking then.
I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I imagine girls, right? Yeah, I'm not going to fuck him.
Because if it was boys, I think that's the funniest retort to anything.
Yeah.
so scared of appearing gay by confessing their liking for someone, and just like, yeah, no, I think he's cool. I'm not going to fuck him though.
I'm not going to fuck him. It's funny he doesn't know I'm on the bus though. That's very
good.
funny. Funniest thing to happen this year.
That's really good.
When I was in Kingston the other day, I was in H&M.
Oh yeah.
And there was a guy explaining something to another guy, and I heard this bit, and pretty mad actually. It's a pretty interesting geese job. So I joined mid-conversation. So the guy's like, he does this Sherlock Holmes thing, like when he visualizes small details and he puts it all together in his head, like Sherlock Holmes, like that, but with pastries.
That's too fucking deep.
I'm like, what the fuck is he talking
that's
about?
That's bollocks. I'll tell you this right now. That's utter bollocks. I bet this person just makes pastries.
He's really good at it. So he has that Sherlock Holmes sixth sense going on.
He's fucking good at it. He's not like excellent at it. He's just good at it.
I visualise all the teaspoons of jam laid out before me.
Well, if I put in 2.5 litres of water into this mixture, it's going to go completely wrong. But if I put in 2.47 litres, it's going to be absolutely perfect. It's just bollocks. Mate just opens up a can of Pillsbury Doughboy, just makes a fucking croissant.
But with pastries. When I was going to see Batman, I was waiting at the cinema for Lewis to arrive. I was sitting there having a coffee in the foyer area.
Yeah.
And these kids came in, and I think they bought something, not a cinema ticket, but something from like the food area of the cinema.
Why? It's so expensive there.
I know, right? And they were walking back out, and one of them just stopped. Looked like, I don't know, like he looked in his pockets and looked at what he had just bought, I don't know, some sweets or a drink or something. And then just, honestly, it's like his whole world had come tumbling to an end. And he loudly declared, I don't have any arcade cash! Any arcade cash! I don't have any arcade cash!
Ooh, what you say?
And he ran back to the counter. I think he tried to return it, but I don't know if they took it or not.
Oh, mate, gutting.
Looks very different in the arcade at Rotunda now. They've moved everything around down there.
Oh,
Loads
really?
more space. They've got escape rooms down there now.
Have they still got Time Crisis?
No, I didn't see Time Crisis.
Oh.
They might have, but I did see a lot more like games and shoot 'em up games, more than I've ever seen there before.
Wow.
They've moved all the pool tables to the other side, all the seats to the other side, but they stupidly have put a ping pong table right next to the bowling alley. And constantly during our game today, someone either ran past me down our aisle to grab their ping pong ball, or I had to run down and get it. That's really fucking annoying.
Yeah, that's really annoying.
Yeah, it's bad placement. Do you have a kind of sort of geese drop then?
Well, I do. Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's a geese drop really, but it was just something my niece said yesterday when they came over. So my sister came over with Phil and the kids, and we were all sat down had a bit of brunch, and we were talking. Eddie and Lily were just sort of telling me about like school and stuff, and then Lily's been getting really into science, and then she just came out with this, and it blew my fucking nut, mate. And all she said was, "Nothing will exist forever apart from the truth."
Wow.
She's
fucking hell. Sounds like Mulder.
She's like 11 years old.
Sounds like Mulder. Fucking hell.
And then it just like, but then after that, it just started getting a bit stupid. She was just like, "What? So when nothing exists, it's just like when everything's like dust." She's just like, "Yeah, it's just going to be the truth." And it's like, well, what's... Is the truth going to be on paper? She's just like, "Nope, it's going to be written in dust." And I was like, see, now...
Be everywhere.
Now
all around us.
Now they're starting to get faults in this design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at the quote. That was pretty impressive. Let's not try and discuss it any further than that.
That was it, yeah. But it really put me in my... For a very small amount of time, I was just like, fuck.
Damn.
I was just like, okay.
What is this?
I don't know. Really tripped my psyche.
After leaving the Batman, Lewis actually sent me a geese drop.
Oh, okay.
That I think he heard on his bus. He actually quotes it as "idiots on bus." And it was one guy going, "Nah, fam, what's the point in doing a business degree? What are you going to do? Start a business?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that's generally the idea, yes.
that is genuinely the idea of doing such a task, yeah.
"No, fam, what's the point in doing a business degree? What, are you going to start a business?" Nerd.
Fucking nerd.
My last one is when I take Indiana to nursery in the morning, we wait by the bus stop. I always see this nan pass with her grandkids.
Yeah.
Quite a chavvy pikey family, classic Chesham. Sure, they're lovely, but they passed by, and the young girl, her granddaughter, was like on the way to was like arguing with her nan.
Yeah.
And I just heard the nan just go, "Oh, shut up," to her. And the little girl was like, "You're always telling me to shut up." And Nan's like, "Well, you better do it then."
Yeah. What other response?
Told.
What other response would you get from that?
Exactly.
Like, if I'm telling you to shut up and you're not doing it, and I proceed to tell you to shut up, you're the one at fault here.
Yeah, well, you better do it then. So yeah, but she didn't like that. Though I could still hear them arguing before the bus came.
Damn.
That is all my geese drops, I believe. Sam might have sent more, but I might not have added them. But we can get those for the next time.
There you go. There's always a next time.
Yeah.
Because there'll always be geese dropping.
There'll always be geese dropping. Always geese drops to be heard. We're not going to do it just yet, but Joe did remind me the other day that we used to do agony aunts. It's insane that I just completely forgot we did agony aunts. Even though every time I edit the podcast and I add geese dropping, I can literally see the musical file for the theme tune for it.
I love it.
We didn't ask for it, but here's our advice anyway.
We used to do knock out 2 of them an episode sometimes.
I think it got to a point where we just weren't finding any fresh ones.
Nah, we weren't
always
finding
the
any
same
good
shit.
I remember we purposely. I think things really went sort of downhill when we went out and bought that copy of the Daily Sport. And then we were sort of reading them off, and all it was just just graphically describing sex.
Yeah.
Just I remember someone saying someone wrote pork sword at one point. I was like, "Oh, fucking come on, mate!"
Yeah, they were getting a bit silly,
getting a bit dry. But yeah, no, I saw. Yeah, obviously we'll end on it. But yeah, I saw one in the paper the other day that really just made me laugh. So I thought it would probably be good.
Joe's like, "Should we do? We should do this agony aunt." And I'm like, "Fucking hell, I forgot all about agony aunts."
That's it.
I think we even said in the podcast we were going to step away from it a bit because it was happening. We were doing them a lot, but they were just getting silly, and we were giving the same advice every time.
But also, we were googling and googling them, and all the Googles researchers were just coming up with the same ones that we'd already done.
Yeah. So I reckon before we get to that, there's a couple of things I want to talk about.
Yeah.
One of which, in fact, we'll do what Tree sent us after this.
Yeah.
Only a little light conversation on this, or quite a heavy subject, I imagine. How much do you know about the exploring app / game that I can never say it? Randonautica, Randonautica. You feel aware of Randonautica?
No.
Interesting.
Randonautica.
I thought it was Randonautica, but it's Randonautica. So this is an app that came out just before COVID, and the idea is it's a exploring app.
Right.
So you get on there. To be honest with you, I've read so much about it. I've watched so many videos about it. I still don't quite fully understand it.
Yeah.
What I think it's actually for is like, so I saw a bunch of it, like a mother and daughter do it. It basically helps you explore your local area. So they open up the app, and they're like, well, what do we want to see?
Looking for girls in your area.
and the little girl's like, I want to see fairy magic. So they type in fairy magic, enter, and it generates, and apparently using quantum physics from some fucking quantum fucking accelerator in Australia, generates these coordinates based on what you wanted to see. It sounds insane. And it'll come up. So this little girl said, oh, well, fairy magic. They pull it in. It gave them some coordinates, like in the other side of a field somewhere. They went walking through these coordinates, and they actually did find a tree that had like loads of like little doors and fairy models on it. They had no idea was there. So it's for stuff like that. It's to help you explore your area and find things you didn't know were there.
Right.
So during the lockdown, it got really popular because people were using it on their exercise. What do I want to see today? I don't know, something cool, something magical, something interesting, and it like shows you. I have some better examples here, I think. So somebody, are these the fucked up ones or are these the good ones? So somebody would be like, somebody was like, oh, I'm in a simulation. You know, I put simulation down as their like intent. It's called an intent. Generates its coordinates. They follow it, and they end up finding like a Russian doll in the woods. And you pull it all apart, and inside they found like a red pill. I'm like, what? like the Matrix almost. But I'm like, who's putting these things there?
Yeah.
So obviously there's loads of fake ones.
Yeah, of course.
You watch these YouTube videos and you're like, they've blatantly set that up. Like, there's no way. That's too... In their area, what the chances they've asked this random thing and they find it?
Which is like, did you ever see that that guy who always used to do like 3 a.m. calls on YouTube? He used to do like, it'd be like calling Mac Miller's number at 3 a.m. and this is what happened. And nothing happened. Nothing. It was all fucking bullshit.
So people were using it to do that, and it sounded really popular and stuff. There's a lot of there's a lot of stories, legitimate stories that have been proven. Like some girls found a body in a suitcase. It led them to a body in the suitcase.
Yes, I do remember that article.
Yeah, that's this game. So I watched this entire the YouTube explorers I watch. There have been a whole series of vlogs they did that I never watched about this game, and I was like, oh no, fuck that. I care more about exploring stuff, not them playing games. So I never watched it until this week, where I started playing after an episode while I was working, and I was like, oh, that's pretty fucked up. I ended up watching like the entire playlist this guy had playing this game, and it's fucking nuts. Like, it's at one point they're like, oh, I think we're being followed by a stalker, because it just kept leading them to weird things and people kept showing up and really freaky shit, man. Like, they're walking back to this car after finding something, and the guy looks to the side of him. There's like a dude just stood in this fucking forest, and they all shit themselves and run. And you see it in the camera. There's literally a guy stood there staring at them, and they're in the car, and they're like, he's just stood there. The police always pulled them over. They checked the dash cam of one car, and you literally see a guy in a weird mask come out the woods when they're out in the woods and like look at the car and move. Really, but you're like, is he like, do they get alerted? Oh, by the way, your coordinates have just been generated. So they go wait. I don't understand how. That's what I don't fully understand how it works. But they kept, every time they went to places, this person kept showing up, and they couldn't figure out how he knew. But then later on, they all, like 4 or 5 episodes in, they all check their cars, and on one of them, they literally find a GPS tracking device under his car, and they're like, "How the fuck did this? Who put this here? Like, is this all part of the game?" One guy gets a bit too far with it, and he's like, "Oh, it's breaking the realm of physics and all that." And they're like, "Calm down, mate." Like, I don't know. It's mental, and it's really kind of like just really like some of them were a bit stupid, but some of them were pretty intense.
Yeah.
Like, and police always show up. Like, weird things that police will always... That they found a bag full of kids' teeth in one place. Like, it led them to a bag full of... like a little bag. Not like a fucking... Like 10p bag for life. Full of fucking children's teeth.
How many years did it take to acquire those teeth?
So...
Or like a JD Sports, like, over the shoulder.
So this example from TikToker Chris Sees Ghosts, who filmed his Randonautica trip.
I'll tell you what Chris doesn't see. Fucking ghosts.
Took him to a field full of coffins that he didn't know was there.
A cemetery, yeah.
Well, no, open coffins on the out on the land, and a bunch of them all had sticking like stakes out of them. Like, but obviously it wasn't people in there and stuff.
Yeah.
But had never seen it before. And all of a sudden he goes to this. It's like us doing it and going to the field over there at night, and all of a sudden the field's full of coffins. Just weird shit like that.
That would be weird.
Like one guy is like, oh, the physics, it's generating it in front of us. No, it's not. You're getting too far away. Someone's just fucking with you.
Yeah.
You know, along with a lot of your embellishments, I'm sure. But someone is generally fucking with you.
I'm skeptical of this.
Massively so.
I'm gonna have to take a look at it. Some of these videos to really get a feeling for it. But it sounds like just like vlog shit. You know what I mean?
It is vlog shit, but there are also the legitimate cases where people did find bodies and shit.
I mean, well, I do remember hearing about it was the news article of the two girls finding a briefcase or a suitcase with a body in it.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that on like the Metro website. But
yeah, it was a big story, yeah.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, yeah. We'll see.
But yeah, it's a very strange, like they went to one place and they found a body, well, it looked like a body, wrapped up in like bin bags and things, but it was like a fake one someone had made.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, this dude, he has a phobia of fish. And in the last one I saw, they find this like big black pot full of like black goo, and he's like, what is it? And it pulls out and it's just full of loads of dead fish.
Oh,
and it was like his worst nightmare. I've never seen someone like freak out so much.
That's insane.
And it's fucking huge. The first fish, he's like, what is this? It's a fish! It's a fish!
Yeah.
And there's like loads of them in there. I'm like, that's fucked up. That is really fucked up. But yeah, interesting, weird. Have a look at it yourself.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Because like, in premise, sounds great.
Yeah. It's
that for the first story you read, you're like, oh, you know, mum and her daughter did it. Fairy magic, and found this tree in the woods with loads of cool stuff around it. Awesome. That's what I think it's meant to just be.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, how wrong it went.
Just nice and happy like that. But then obviously now it's got this whole YouTube vibe thing to it, and people are doing it with the intent to like, and they're doing it like 3 a.m. as well with the intent to like.
When you download, or if you go onto like the marketplace to download the app, it says like something like from ages like 4 to 9 years old, and someone's just fucked it up for everyone. Like, just turned it into some fucking like death app. Fuck, man.
God. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I will. No, I absolutely will take a look at that. That's gonna freak me out nice and good for later on.
Yeah, some of them will freak you out. Some of them are better than others, but yeah, some will freak you out. I just wanted to bring it up. I was interested. I half expected you to be like, "Oh yeah, that's this." Blah 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 blah.
Not at all.
Because it's usually you telling me shit like this.
It just feels like a Ouija board app. You know what I mean? It's like it's just fucked. It's just one of those.
You
things.
can get those.
Yeah, no, I'm fully aware. I don't want that. Never, mate. One of the things you could not force me to play a fucking Ouija board.
No, I wouldn't want.
Sorry, I'm a Luigi board.
Luigi board. Luigi.
Couldn't force me to play a Luigi board.
Tree tagged us in something today. Let's see.
I really like this. I've been thinking about this all day.
I hadn't really. I saw this earlier. This post pop up before she tagged me in it, or I think I'd seen it. I think I saw it because she tagged us in it, but I hadn't realised yet. What am I looking for? There we are. No, that's not it.
I've got it here. If you want it.
I got it. So yeah. So what's it say, Joe?
I haven't got it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it was a post on Facebook that our good friend listener Tree tweeted us in, and it just simply says, a toy company makes an action figure of you. What 2 accessories does it come with?
Funny enough, me and Rob talked about this at school quite a lot, but it wasn't really so much what accessories. It was more like what would it say when you pulled the string or pressed the button. Like more like what would your things be? So actual accessories. I mean,
it made me. I tell you what it did. It made me really think about the Jurassic Park action figures.
Yeah, it made me look at my Star Wars ones. Yeah,
yeah, classics as well. It's,
I was just like, oh, what do they come with? Yeah.
I mean, mine. If I wanted to be really basic about it, it's going to be a bottle of whiskey and a spliff.
Yeah. I was thinking like, oh, do I do like a beers zoo or
yeah?
But I think I said toilet roll on the was my answer on there.
You did indeed. You wrote.
Mine will need toilet roll and beer.
Yeah, good one. I like that. That's pretty decent. Maybe we'll get you a nice little stack of each. A stack of beer and a stack of toilet rolls.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, I mean, they're not very exciting accessories, are they?
They're not,
really? Toilet roll and a stack of beer, but I suppose I'm trying to be a stack of beer.
Let's look at the... I mean,
I
when
feel
you look at
there would be more. I thought I could do better than that.
I mean, we definitely both have to have, like checkered shirts.
Yes. I've got a new checkered shirt the other day as well.
Do you?
Yeah, I got it from H&M when I was in there the other day. Actually,
nice. Oh, very good, very good.
Yeah, this isn't it. I did wear it today, but this isn't it.
No.
I got a nice blue one, son.
Oh, very good.
Nice blue one. Keep it nice and fresh. I did have so I went. Where'd I go today? I went to Wildwood for lunch today, and I wore it.
That's good. I like that. It's a lovely restaurant. That.
It's all right. Yeah. We great. Zizi's yesterday. It's been a busy weekend. It has been a busy fucking weekend. Hence, I'm all sniffly.
Getting your Yelp reviews in, yeah.
Getting my Yelp reviews in, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I can't be. I can't be as boring as like booze and weed. I want something else. I'm thinking like.
I got a nice blue shirt.
Oh, that is very nice. Yes.
Yeah, it's a nice blue shirt.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it was alright. It was alright. Did the job. Nice big heavy one. A shirt, jacket, if you like. Yeah, I feel toilet roll is probably more necessarily, but I do feel that's also a bit uneventful. But yeah, probably will have to be some sort of beer or microphone. I could be podcast accessories.
That's it, or maybe like a soundboard.
I mean, you got to think: is it just Greg and Joe? But if it was like dice rollers, we would probably each come with like a collectible dice and a microphone and a hat accessory, know?
Then like you can open up the dice and inside is like a lyric, but
it's the iPod.
But it's the iPod. But no, it's like it'll be like a lyric. It'll be like one of our lyrics written on the dice, but it's different in each pack.
Yeah,
so it's always it's a collectible sort of thing.
Yeah, so I feel you come with a collectible dice if it was a dice rollers figures, and would probably have to. I reckon it would be like a mic each, and alternate headwear. An iPod. If it was all seeing guys action figures,
it'd be headphones.
It would probably. How far I reckon headphones around the neck of the figure already?
Oh, that's it. Red cup. Red cup is definitely one of my accessories.
Red cup, yeah. So it'd be like a mic if it was a podcast. I would probably have to have a laptop for the editing.
It made me. That's where I started thinking also then about like Tony Hawk's games, and when like Chad Musker used to have a special move which was him grinding whilst playing like a beat, like
making
beats and stuff, and I was just like, oh, that'd be cool. And then I started thinking, oh, what if I was a skateboard character in Tony Hawk's? And I was like, well, that's not the question that was asked. So and then I was just like,
his documentary's out soon, isn't it? Tony Hawk's.
I think
it's
so.
not out already. I saw the trailer the other day. It looked pretty good.
I'm currently holding off from watching the Kanye West documentary.
Me too. I just can't be fucked too long
because of how he's behaving at the moment.
Yeah, but this isn't really like a look how crazy he is documentary.
No, it's
right?
been like
this is like he's a great fucking beat maker in his day.
It's like early, like it's all like early years, like him coming up from the crash and him doing like all the first album, second album, blah blah blah. But he's just too much of a prick at the moment. I can't justify it.
Yeah, my figure would also definitely have to have a backpack.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Backpack.
Yep.
And
a beanie.
Sure. Beanie. Alternate headwear. You could swap headwear around, I think, maybe.
I don't know. I feel like.
Otherwise, there's a point in taking the hat off if you can't put a different hat on.
It's very true.
Hats sold separately. Now with new hat.
Maybe just like the head of Nicolas Cage. That could be my other
the head.
Not that I've cut his head off. It's just that I'm fond of it.
You should be your Nick Cage shirt, Hawaiian shirt with the face on it. It'd be a good outfit for
that's
your...
good. That's a lot of detail in that figurine, though, Greg.
Yeah, well, that's all right. They can do that.
Yeah, I'll give him a little...
They can do that.
It is good. Yeah.
You can get some pretty good... You can get some very detailed figures. That'd be fine, don't worry.
I am quite fond of that, actually. I'm going to just whack this on for a moment.
He's going to put it on. He's going to put it on. For you listeners, you won't know what you're missing out on
It's
here.
only had one outing, so, you know.
It's only had one outing.
This is one of one. I can honestly believe if someone else in the world has this shirt, I want to meet them.
I did see an advert on TikTok for that shirt company the other day because it was the exact same shirt, but a girl had put her head on it for a boyfriend.
Well, see, that's just egotistical, and it's just I'd look like an idiot if I had my face on a Hawaiian shirt.
I mean, she wasn't wearing it; it was for her boyfriend.
Yeah, well, still, my feelings reside.
We should get one with each other's heads on them, and then just, in all seriousness, just go up London for the day and just not acknowledge
That'd be
it.
so weird.
Are you wearing shirts with each other's faces on it? Oh yeah, fucking didn't realise.
I don't think even I have the balls. I don't
No,
know.
I of course I wouldn't. Of course I fucking wouldn't.
That fills me with anxiety. I'll happily wear a Nicolas
me, all
Cage
math,
one.
no trousers.
I'll happily wear a Nicolas Cage one, but something about us both wearing one with our faces on it.
Each other's faces on it.
Sends me off, mate. Sends me off. But yeah, I think. Oh God, accessories. Yeah, definitely red cup. Red cup's there.
Yeah.
Maybe headphones or like the Zoom mic or something.
Yeah, I'd definitely have a backpack. It would
obviously be like
hat.
when you had those like WW like wrestling tag team packs, the combo packs.
Yeah.
And it would have to be we'd be a combo pack of the pair of us in there.
And we could do like the beers with Ed pack, where like with
That's
Ed,
good.
That. You by a little table, we sit round.
Definitely
make your own diorama of Joe and Greg at the pub.
It'd be like, or like, do you remember like Playmobil when they had those like the people? Like I'm imagining it like that.
Like it'll be, or you can get the kebab shop play set.
That's good. I'm on board.
The kebab shop play set, like the formation walking down the street play set.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah. I'll be well up for that.
Nice one.
I'll be well up for being an action figure.
Well, maybe
you can do it, man. You can 3D print them. You can get mini-me's made.
You can do.
People do them all the time. They're actually pretty reasonable. You can literally just upload your photo and they 3D print you, like as a little model.
Isn't that mental?
So fuck yeah. Do you want to get the agony art prepped? I'd say.
Oh, is it? We're going that route, are we?
Well, I don't know. I've got other stuff to talk about, but I'm like, it's been going on for an hour. But I'm really trying not to just sniff constantly. Like, I can feel my. Even this beer I've got here. I'm really slowly getting through it, and I keep getting waves. Just like, I feel really fucking rough. Then I feel okay, and then oh my god, I feel rough.
I don't need your excuses, Greg. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, let's go into agony art for the first time in like 2 years.
Right. Agony art. What the fuck was it called again? You didn't ask for it, but here's our advice anyway.
What the fuck is it called again? That's what it's now called.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question? I don't want your advice. I don't want it. I don't need to listen to you talk to me. I don't want your advice. Just think you should marry the dog and be happy. I don't need to know what you have to say.
Disclaimer, do not take our advice. If you do, we'll not be held accountable for inedible heartbreak. Thank you.
There we go. Strap in, everyone.
I saw this the other day.
Excellent.
Just realised I've cut off the fucking headline.
Of course he has. I don't always read the headline of Agony Art because I feel it gives it away too much before you read the rest, unless it's like
you're
a
right.
question.
No, you're absolutely right.
But I don't always read the headline on Agony Art. Okay. Now I'm remembering all the tricks of the trade, all the tricks of the
It's like riding
segment.
a bike, mate. It's like riding a bike. Okay, well, here we go. Dear Joe and Greg.
Hello.
My husband and I recently decided that we needed to spice things up a bit in the bedroom by adding a new dimension to our sex lives.
He brought some cumin into the bedroom.
What are they getting in the TARDIS?
Some third dimension to our sex life.
A new dimension.
Oh right. What, you want it in 3D?
I was going, yeah, fucking. They got like special. He's just laying on the bed wearing nothing but 3D specs.
Mirrors either side. New dimension.
We are both in our 40s. If I'm honest, things have become a little stale over the past few years. We both have a huge passion for the comic book universe. In fact, when I met my husband, he was dressed as the Green Goblin at a national convention. Probably see that in Birmingham, Greg.
Jesus. Dressed as the Green Goblin.
Green Goblin, yep. He came up with the suggestion that we should dress up as our favourite DC and Marvel characters and incorporate them into our foreplay. I was keen to try something different, so agreed to give it.
That.
So yeah, well, We'll see where it goes. I was keen to try something different, so agreed to give it a try. Sadly, it ended up being a big turn-off for me. As much as I love my husband, he no longer fits comfortably into Lycra in the way he did before.
Oh.
The result is I simply don't find the role play arousing at all, but he seems to really enjoy it. How can I break it to him sensitively that our new experiment isn't working for me? I'd love some guidance.
I really wish he'd told us what he dressed up as.
The Green Goblin.
Oh, for sex though?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise he did. I thought this is when I first met.
This is a man. This is a man that he's found one costume and he's rolling with it.
I mean,
mate.
that's a weird choice for like a sexy costume, right?
It's Greg. I'll tell you what it is.
Does she say what she dresses up as?
She does not, unfortunately. No, she does not give any notice to the to what she. I mean, I'm assuming Mary Jane.
Yeah.
The Green Goblinette.
I guess
she was dressed as Willem Dafoe. I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
That would do it. That would do it. I rewatched because the Spider-Man No Way Home. Well, let's just say I watched it again yesterday. I watched it again yesterday at home. I got a hold of a copy and watched it.
Home.
Yes, and it was fucking awesome. And William Dafoe, he's so good in it. He's so fucking good in it, man. He's so good. Like,
he's really
and
great.
you forget they've even all been de-aged, but you don't really notice. It looks so good, but he's so fucking good in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, but spoilers. That line is said again. It's really good.
Of course, it is.
Something I was saying just myself.
I mean, if I'm gonna drop my opinion on this, I really don't think she's at fault here.
No, she's not at all. No,
because the Green Goblin is a horrible.
Yeah, that's
horrible
what I mean.
Choice.
It's a bad choice to start with. Like, maybe that's where she starts with, I don't find the Green Goblin sexually arousing.
Put yourself in her position, Greg, and let's say that her husband goes down on her, and imagine she's like enjoying it for a bit, and then she opens her eyes and sees that it's the Green Goblin.
Come for me, Spider-Man!
Munching on her fucking gammon flaps. Just like, it's... Oh, God.
What kind of Green Goblin is he dressing up in?
I'm assuming this isn't the same picture, but they have provided a picture in this of I'm assuming they just Googled shit goblin, and it's
Oh, God. Probably does look like that, though.
It's probably
just
not
like
far
a really
off.
bad old comic cosplay.
I mean,
green paint everywhere.
If you're in your 40s, and unless you're like doing it on a weekly basis of like cosplay elements, you're not going to be putting the effort in.
Makes me think of Stu and Carrie from the pub, from the Cox. Like at Halloween, Stu would show up bright green like the Hulk, Carrie would show up with just green handprints over her boobs.
Yeah. I feel like
brilliant.
I feel like this is his fault for choosing a bad character.
It's the character, but that's her inch. Rather than being like, look, I don't find you that attractive in spandex, you can soften the blow with, I don't find the Green Goblin sexually attractive. Why don't we move on to a different character?
But then he's gonna just be like, oh, but I was the Green Goblin when we met. Like, you don't like him now?
But we met. We weren't having sex straight away.
I just don't like the Green Goblin eating my asshole.
Yeah, I'm not really. I think that's the in is to address the character rather than.
I want to know if he's doing the voice as well.
Yeah, role playing, surely.
Surely, right? You got to do the voice.
Yeah, you're not as big anymore. I mean, you're not as trim as you were. Why don't you role play as Ned from the new Spider-Man film? You're into that?
I'm into it more than this.
I'm into it way more than this. What, a school child? Well, we say it like that.
It's better than a goblin. I would rather be a pedophile.
You're better off being Jon Favreau instead. Like Happy Hogan from them. You're better off being him than the Green Goblin, if we're being honest.
Take me to my happy place.
Because then you just got to wear a suit and that'll do,
I wonder if she's maybe she's Aunt May, but like I don't know what version.
Yeah, or just be him. Yeah, or plenty of Batman villains he could be.
Yeah, Penguin.
Yeah, Penguin would be a good one. Yeah. It's so funny when we saw Batman. when we saw the Batman, literally 2 days later, Lewis messages me being like, I had no idea Colin Farrell was the Penguin.
Mate, he is
I mean, he looks amazing, but I was like, oh man, yeah. I knew when they announced him in it like 3, 4 years ago, it feels like now.
It's like
he's just like, I had no fucking idea, even like till days later when I read it.
In regards to like prosthetics and latex and stuff like that, it's up there with like Gary Oldman being Churchill. Like, you just can't fucking tell.
It's amazing.
It's ridiculous.
It's incredible. So my serious advice is address the character before you address that. If that's your in, you might be able to get in there without hurting his feelings too much.
Suggest other characters to play, because the Green Goblin is, in all honesty, one of the worst fucking decisions. Less
serious advice would be dress up as the Green Goblin yourself.
Yeah,
but make it not good.
With a cock.
Like bad.
With a strap on. Just to
horrible.
Freak him out.
Maybe use a strap on to really freak him out, yeah.
And make sure that the strap on is bigger than his penis. Just to really demasculate him. just like, see, is this what you want, huh? Is this what you want?
Is this what you want? Maybe it's just a role play we don't have to dress up too much, like Quantum Leap or something.
Make him be like
maybe role play Quantum Leap, where if you don't orgasm, you won't leap to your next person.
Actually, we're not.
I can be in the room, being like Ziggy. Come on, I can be out.
What we're not thinking about here is that maybe this man feels like he's not a Steve Rogers and he's more of a Green Goblin, and I feel like maybe
he is.
Instead, we should maybe boost his confidence by saying like you're absolutely a Steve Rogers.
Well, maybe. There are some cosplayers that I randomly do follow. I don't know why. One of them's like a Spider-Man guy. I follow him because I met him at Comic-Con and there's a photo of him in Indiana. He's a great Spider-Man cosplayer. He can do the moves, he's the right shape, he has the voice down, he does all kids' parties. And then one day he's like, oh, I've got a new suit. And it was Captain America. He's like, I'm going to rock this at the con this week. And I was like, no.
Oh,
why are you doing that? You look fucking stupid. Like, you don't look like Captain America, you look like Spider-Man. Yeah. And actually, your face is really weird, you've really bad teeth, you look a bit bizarre. No offence to whoever you are out there. But, like, you look like how America expect British people to look. And that's not how Captain America looks. But under a Spider-Man mask, you're fucking nailing it. Because you can do the moves and you've got the physique and it's fucking cool.
But when
you're Captain America, it's not good, man.
He's a propaganda drawing of an English person.
Yeah, it's not good when you're dressed in your Captain America. Maybe stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Is the
maybe
lesson.
Maybe wear a mask.
So maybe with this Green Goblin thing, stay in his lane. Maybe he doesn't know anything beyond Green Goblin.
Oh, dear.
But you know what? Just fucking wear a pair of glasses and say you're Clark Kent.
Yeah, fuck it. Anything right now. Also, don't open your mouth. Don't keep that shut.
Spider-Man!
Wow. Okay. Greg, if you were going to dress up in the bedroom as a DC or Marvel character, who would you choose?
I don't know.
I'd go Gambit.
Gambit's good. That is pretty good. I forgot about everyone else.
Everyone always forgets about X-Men.
I never forget about X-Men.
It's in its own lane, that's why. It's separate from the whole Marvel universe.
Well, not anymore. Not after... I think we get our first inkling at them in the next Doctor Strange film.
I hope they do the original song.
No. Oh, they're redoing the cartoon. I'm guaranteed that will have the same theme tune. They're redoing it. They're continuing it, aren't they? Exact same animation style.
Yeah.
The same voice cast, if they're still alive. I think they're all coming back for it. Like, awesome. Who do I want to dress up with sexually? I'll dress up as... I want to dress up as sexually Robin. No, I don't know.
That's our next song. Who do I want to dress up as sexually?
Probably like a really disfigured Two-Face. You like this, baby? Like bits dripping off the side of your face.
Do you remember a film from the early 90s called Freaked?
Yeah.
With
I do remember Freaked.
With the guy that played Bill in Bill and Ted. And Keanu
Alex
Reeves,
Winter.
Reeves is in it as well. And it's he plays. If I can remember this correctly, his name was Ricky Bobby, and he was like an actor. And they end up at this like freak show, And then he gets turned into a freak, and half of his face is all disfigured and horrible and goblinish.
Yeah.
And then the other half is absolutely fine.
Sexy.
And then Keanu Reeves is in it, and he's like a human werewolf. And it's the most insane film. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that just jumped into my head recently.
Jumped into my head recently?
I say recently, like literally 30 seconds ago.
I don't know who I'd dress up with as a bit. I don't know, the Marvel in DC, because I instantly was going to be like, my first reaction was
to take off.
Batman, but I was like, oh, that's too. I can't imagine that being comfortable.
You know what, they never in all the times that they've shown like a Batman movie, what they've never shown is him taking off the fucking kit. You know why? Because it's a long procedure, my friend.
Yeah,
the getting out is harder than the getting in.
I like that this film finally addresses him taking off his cowl and having the eyeliner still on his face. I hate it when it disappeared. Hate it, especially in Batman Returns, where they literally, just before he pulls his mask off, it cuts with eyeliner, with black eyes, mask, cuts to Catwoman, cuts back, and his eyes are bright skin colour because they are taking the eyeliner off, as if it would have noticed.
I saw
as if he's been that the whole time.
I saw a great TikTok the other day, which was it was a girl, and it just said like, point of view, your Batman being called to an emergency, and she runs into the bathroom and just starts painting her eyes.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, go.
Yeah, that's why I like this one's literally just. I think they're just like black.
Yeah,
like it's not nicely done. Yeah. Anyway, but Batman I think would be a bit too unpleasant.
I'm sticking with Gambit.
Kate would get in the way.
Kate would get
in the way. You're probably gonna have to go like a Superman or a Flash. Be about right. Be done in seconds.
That's good. I like that. All right, sweet.
Sweet, yeah. Just all the Justice League. I do like 7 costume changes throughout.
What are you fucking presenting the Oscars? Or are you fucking your wife?
Pretend the bed's the edge of a building and you need saving.
I can play multiple characters. You'd be like Niles in the episode of Frasier when he has to play like several actors in the radio play.
Oh yeah.
I've made so many references in these last 10 minutes.
Those are references. Just dropping them out.
Oh, well, I think unless you come to a full-blown conclusion as to who you would dress
conclusion. Up as. Steve Conclusion.
Yeah, Steve Conclusion. sounds like a seance man. Hi, I'm Steve Conclusion.
I'm Steve Conclusion. Conclusion.
Yeah, right. Now I'm getting the word nonce.
Oh, Jesus.
I feel that's a good place to tie things off.
Yeah. Finally, when you say nonce, we passed this guy in Kingston today, who was an older guy walking down the road, and he had this proper bright red, looked very expensive looking red, but shit tracksuit on.
Yeah.
Flashy trainers. He had this black gilet over it, massive gold rings, big old gold watch, big old gold chain, walking down the road with his cigarette with his family and stuff. And I was like, Jesus, that guy's tracksuit's a bit fucking much. And his cousin Daniela was like, I don't know, he's giving me a lot of Savile vibes. And I'm like, holy fuck, he is. Yeah, the tracksuit and all the gold. He's whoa, Savile.
Sure, body.
Sure, body. Bit of Savile vibe going on today.
Not a good
walking
look.
Down.
It's not a good look.
You know what they say? When you fall off, get back on the Savile.
Please don't do that. On that note.
Yeah, on that note, I'd say, Phil. Sorry, I don't know if it's been a fun episode for you guys or not. I say I actually progressively felt way worse during recording this.
Well, we're at the final furlong now, Greg.
Yeah. So
by furlong, I mean the end. Also,
we're not being furloughed, are we? Yes, thanks.
I need a piss, so let's wrap this.
Joe needs a piss.
Up.
So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. I've been Greg Randonautica Armstrong.
Fuck. All right. I don't know. I just don't know.
Especially with all the DC characters and Marvel characters we've just discussed to dress up in bed with. Could have gone with Green Goblin.
Green Goblin rim jobbing Jackson.
Green Goblin rim jobbing 5, 6, 7, 8. Bye.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.